All right, hand me a chip. Today's sync sound is a chip in 3, 2, 1.
That's kind of gross.
I'm trying to move away from the mic.
Yeah, cut the audio.
We got the initial crunch. Otherwise, people are just going to tune out because the sound of people eating. I realize I'm talking while I'm eating
That's
now.
worse. Just stop.
All right, welcome to That Just Might Work, the podcast about everyday items. Jesse, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. Couldn't be better.
We're in another hotel.
That's our new thing.
Is this the third? I think it's the third hotel episode in a row.
I thought you were going to say the third beer because you were opening another over there.
Only the second.
Oh, okay.
It is the third episode that's late in a row also.
Yeah, that's becoming a trend.
I'll say I appreciate that of our non-substantial listener base that no one is complaining.
No, people seem to be quite okay with it.
I guess that's a positive to having a non-substantial listener base. You don't have a lot of complaints.
The silver lining.
Yeah. We've had a few complaints, but never about being late.
Right.
So, we're back at the Fairfield.
Yeah, shout out to the Fairfield. This is probably, I think we're saying the best hotel for podcasting.
They have great furniture for, nice firm pillows to mount the microphones on.
That's really what I look for in a
This
hotel.
pull-out desk, it's perfect for the soundboard.
Oh, yeah.
And we're all set up here. And let's get right into it. Episode 21, today's episode is on pants.
I'm excited about this.
Are you?
Yeah, I think they're going to be curious as to where we can go with pants.
I'm still curious as to where we can go with pants.
Yeah.
Jesse suggested it earlier today, and I laughed. And I thought, well, I guess even if it's bad, it still might be
Good.
it still might be a good episode. So
Right.
We'll take a shot at it. Before we get into the definition, I usually offer some announcements. I don't really have anything to announce. We've been officially approved as an Amazon affiliate for meeting our quota of 3 items in the first half a year. So thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. I think we've sold 7 items.
It's pretty good.
So we appreciate that. Do continue to click the affiliate link on our homepage, thatjustmightworkpodcast.com, before you shop for anything on Amazon, and it gives us around 20 cents usually.
Not bad.
It's almost paid for a quarter of 1 month of hosting fees.
I'll take it, you
Yeah.
know?
So, pants. Let's start with the definition, shall we?
Yeah, I could use that. I'm curious.
I laughed when I went to the Wikipedia page because I kind of thought, do you think I'm the last person in several months to visit the pants Wikipedia page?
I can't imagine it's one of the more popular pages.
No, everyone kind of knows about pants.
I hope so.
According to Wikipedia, trousers or pants are an item of clothing originating in Asia, worn from the waist to the ankles, covering both legs separately, rather than with the cloth extending across both legs, as in the case of robes, skirts, and dresses. In the UK, the word pants generally means underwear and not trousers. So just to be clear to our UK listeners, this episode is on...
That's you, David. Just one.
Just David. This episode is on trousers.
Right.
For all of our UK listeners.
Okay.
I was trying to create some, hypothetical quantity of UK listeners.
They're out there.
There might be a few.
Yeah.
Shorts are similar to trousers, but with legs that come down only to around the area of the knee, higher or lower, depending on the style of the garment. To distinguish them from shorts, trousers may be called long trousers.
I don't call them that.
Wikipedia opens up the definition of pants as though there's a lot of confusion on them across the world.
Kind of controversy almost in the vernacular.
Right. I think it's pretty clear. When you say pants, when you say trousers,
I know what you're talking about.
We're all on the same page.
Yep.
So the history, I always have to ask you, when do you think pants were first invented and why?
This is such a ridiculous question. Is this like a question, if you're studying history, is this something that people expect you to know? You gave a hint when you mentioned Asia, I think. So I'll say, did Jesus wear pants? Do you know the answer to that?
Yeah, Jesus had pants.
Okay, so pre-Jesus. Let's go 3000 BC.
Quite a bit earlier than that.
Really?
Actually, yeah.
Wow.
The oldest known trousers were found at the Yanghai Cemetery in, I may pronounce this wrong, Turpan, Xinjiang, Western China. I should have just said Western China. Now I sound like an idiot. Dating to a period between the 13th and 10th centuries BC.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is quite substantial.
They were made of wool, and these trousers had straight legs and wide crotches, and were likely made for horseback riding.
How do you know they weren't long shorts?
Long trousers?
Oh, yeah, oh, no, that...
So you had me confused. You used the wrong vernacular there.
Yeah, that's true. I see why Wikipedia needs to clarify it.
Right. So, yeah, the first pair of pants was for horseback riding, presumably because people were riding butt-ass naked on horses, which would lead to all kinds of issues. Chafing and such.
Right.
And they thought, we need to come up with a solution here. So we can thank the horses for pants. In most of Europe, trousers have been worn since ancient times and throughout the medieval period, becoming the most common form of lower body clothing for adult males in the modern world. Although shorts are also widely worn. Sounds like this is written by like a shorts lobbyist.
Yeah, there's a lot of pushing of the shorts. Listen, I won't wear them.
It's like pants are the most popular, but shorts are really cool too, and a lot of people are wearing them.
They're kind of catching on.
Where did I leave off? Believe it or not, this actually gets kind of interesting.
Oh,
the history of pants. I found myself laughing at this a couple of times. Shorts are widely worn, and kilts and other garments may be worn in various regions and cultures. Early adopters of pants. This is where we give a shout out to the early adopters. For all technology, there's the early adopters, right?
Yeah, they go against the grain.
They spend a bunch of money on this new technology. Nowadays, it's like a tablet or something, a smartphone. And everyone else kind of sits back and they wait to see, they got to work out the kinks. Is this thing cool?
Yeah.
The same thing happened with pants.
All right, so someone kind of adapted them before anyone else wanted
them. Right, pants came on the scene and people were like, what are those? I don't want those. The early adopters included the Iranians, Armenians, Eastern and Central Asian peoples.
Do you blame them, though? Because if I lived in a pantsless society and then someone tried to push pants on me, I might also kind of be against that.
To be honest, I can't put myself in the mindset of a pantsless world. Like the non-existence of pants.
See, I just dream about pantsless societies.
Well, you need to think about like an article of clothing that doesn't exist yet.
Oh.
Like how about like a sock that you wear over your head? Right?
If someone came around and said, you got to start wearing this.
If people came up to you and people started wearing this, you'd be like, no, get out. I'm not wearing the head sock.
The head sock.
Yeah. See, I would be an early adopter.
Yeah, you'd be all about it.
I've got the names for it and everything. The ancient Greeks, for example, did not wear trousers since they thought that they were ridiculous.
Mm. They're not wrong.
Like, look at these Asian peoples in their pants.
Covering up those shin bones.
Ridiculous. Republican Rome viewed the draped clothing of Greek and Minoan culture as an emblem of civilization, and they disdained trousers as the mark of barbarians.
Wow. So they were wearing like loincloths.
Yeah, right.
But they were calling pants.
And they were like, loincloths, these are civilized.
That's high fashion.
Fashionable people.
Yeah.
And then you've got these barbarians wearing pants.
Exactly.
I told you it's kind of interesting.
Was it the vulgar people?
Right, the vulgar people were the early adopters of pants.
Wow.
Not to say that Asian people are vulgar people.
I don't think we were going there. I just mean the early adopters were, considered below the Greeks at the time by the Greeks.
Who thought themselves of a higher class.
Yeah.
Not that they were. Moving on, trousers of various designs were worn throughout the Middle Ages in Europe, especially by men. By the 8th century, there's evidence of the wearing in Europe of 2 layers of trousers, especially among upper-class males. So much like we saw with umbrellas, right? The lower-class people started using them. The richer people were like, why would I don't need something to shield the rain. I'll just get rained on. Right? And then there was a shift to where it became an upper class fashionable accessory, and the same thing happened with pants.
I wonder if that's like something you see happening today with like the ripped jeans style. Like ripped jeans, I feel like kind of happen naturally as you wear your jeans out, right? And then all of a sudden now it's like you can buy a $400 pair of ripped jeans, ahead of time,
right?
It's like it's becoming a status symbol, even though that's not really what it started as.
And in Europe, in upper class males, they were seen wearing 2 layers of trousers. Like the more pants, the better.
You're gonna be like 12 years later, they were wearing 4 pants of trousers.
I don't really get that. During the French Revolution in 1789 and following, male citizens of France adopted a working class costume, including ankle-length trousers, or pantaloons, in place of the aristocratic knee breeches. Pantaloons became fashionable in the early 19th century England. I want to bring that term back.
Yeah, pantaloons. I like that.
Right? Yeah, I can't find my blue pantaloons. Gonna have to wear the gray one.
So you know where my dress pantaloons are? I have a meeting this morning.
Your pantaloons match your suit very nicely.
Oh, thank you. So do your knee breeches.
Now some notable moments in women's pants history, because for a long time...
That's actually a phrase that no one has ever said. Notable moments in women's pants history.
You're probably right. But over the course of history, pants were first adopted by men, and as was the case with many other, granted rights, women came second, unfortunately. However, they made some notable historical
pants progress,
if
you will,
over the course of time. In 1919, Luisa Carpatillo challenged mainstream society by becoming the first woman in Puerto Rico to wear trousers in public.
Wow.
1919, and she was sent to jail.
Damn.
For what was then considered to be a crime, but the judge later dropped the charges against her. 1969, Republican Charlotte Reed became the first woman to wear trousers in the U.S. Congress.
Wow. So they were like required to be wearing skirts or something?
Yeah, dresses.
Yeah.
Pat Nixon, the first American first lady to wear trousers in public.
Wow. What year was that?
Well, it would have been during the Nixon era.
Okay, well, don't ask me when that was.
Let's just pretend like we both know exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly when that happened.
What time frame that was.
Carter and then...
Right. Somewhere between 60 and 80.
There you go.
I hope that's right.
I'm not sure that it is.
In 1989, California State Senator Rebecca Morgan became the first woman to wear trousers in a U.S. State Senate.
Oh, okay.
So props to those ladies for putting on their slacks and getting,
sort of wearing the pants, so to speak.
Right, in the government. And that brings me to our first break from the action.
All right.
We're going to play a little game, as we often do. This one, in the fashion of fact or fiction, this one's called slacks or fiction.
Oh, okay.
So what I have here is 10 different types of pants, some of which are real, some of which I've made up their name.
I got it.
You need to get, as per usual, 6 correct in order to get a passing grade in slacks or fiction.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I think so. I don't know that I have quite the depth of pants knowledge, but let's find out.
Item number 1. Hooligan pants. Slacks or fiction?
Slacks.
I'm trying to think, is that correct? No. That is incorrect. Item number 2. A cod piece. Slacks or fiction?
That's slacks.
As a cod piece from Middle English meaning scrotum is is a covering flap or pouch that attaches to the front of the crotch of men's trousers and usually accentuates the genital area. It was held closed by strings, ties, and buttons.
All right, the cod piece.
The cod piece. Mango pants. Slacks or fiction?
Mango pants. Fiction.
That's correct. You have 2 points, right? You keep track. Dolphin shorts. Slacks or fiction?
I think that's fiction, but I kind of want it to be true.
That is true. Dolphin shorts, or dolphins, specifically a style of unisex shorts for athletics. They're typically very short, originally made with nylon with contrasting binding, side slits and rounded corners.
Did I get it right again?
The Hooters girls wear dolphin shorts as a part of their attire. Moving on. Hammer pants. Slacks or fiction?
Slacks.
That is true. Hammer pants are customized, modified, baggy pants, tapered at the ankle with a sagging rise made suitable for hip-hop dancing. Boomerangers. Slacks or fiction?
Fiction.
That is correct. Open crotch pants. Slacks or fiction?
Slacks?
That's
correct. A real thing.
Open crotch pants, also known as open crotch trousers or split pants, are worn by toddlers throughout mainland China. Often made of thick fabric, they are designed with either an unsewn seam over the buttocks or crotch or a hole over the central buttocks. Both allow children to urinate and defecate without pants being lowered.
Efficient.
Open knee pants.
Stop. There's no way. Fiction.
A pencil suit. Slacks or fiction?
Slacks?
That is correct. The pencil suit is a variety of salwar kameez, which has become a recent fashion trend. Basically follows the principles of a pencil skirt, if you're familiar with what that is.
Okay, very slim to the body.
Fat pants with a P. Slacks or fiction?
I think that's slacks from like the 90s.
That is correct. Fat pants. Fatties or fats are a style of pants that are fitted at the waist but get increasingly wide down the legs, covering the feet entirely due to their width.
All right.
And that's slacks or fiction. Jesse with 7.
Not bad. That's
points.
A passing grade.
That's a C.
I'll take it.
That's pretty good. So nice job.
I really like open knee pants. I mean, sometimes your knees get sweaty.
Yeah, to be fair. So. I was hoping that you would bite on open crotch pants.
Okay.
And then maybe I'd get you on open knee pants.
I mean, I know that like assless chaps are a thing, so I feel like open. Although I didn't expect open crotch pants to be for babies, to be fair, but I'll take the point.
Is that your idea, by the way? Are we looking ahead?
Let's not give it away.
Open crotch
if you
pants.
Combine the open crotch pants and the cod piece. it's a whole new pants revolution.
Yes. All right. Moving on. This is the part of the show where we talk about why it sucks. I struggled with this a little bit. I think pants are pretty good. What do you hate about pants?
Yeah, I also struggled. The first thing that came to mind, maybe, I think a lot of the guys will agree with this, the zipper bulge. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like if you sit down, and depending on the pants, it might happen or it won't, but like the zipper just kind of like bulges up awkwardly.
The pants tent, if there's like too much fabric,
yeah,
and the zipper can kind of accentuate that.
Right, yeah. And that can be both like weird and uncomfortable. And then I think like maybe the biggest thing for me is that there's really no ability to regulate temperature. I know that sounds weird, but it's like if it's the winter and you wear very heavy pants, maybe even like thermally lined pants or something like that, then you go into the office and all of a sudden you're sweating because you're wearing really hot pants.
Right.
And the opposite of that. It's just once you put them on, it's like you're kind of stuck only being comfortable in one temperature.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you feel that? The last thing I had was, it's not a really great thing that I have big beef with, but storage. I feel like pants are one of the harder. Like shirts can either be folded or put on a hanger. Pants, it's like, I guess you fold them, but I don't know. It feels like there could be a better storage method too.
Okay. I thought you were referring to pockets, lack of storage in the pants.
I think personally, from a men's perspective, we do all right. I know women complain about that a lot.
It's but that has more to do with how tight the pants are than availability of pockets.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
What's the over-under on cargo pants becoming fashionable again?
I think the ship has sailed, and I'm guessing they won't ever be fashionable again.
Yeah, that's a sad thing because in terms of practicality,
oh my God, you can fit everything,
carrying things around.
And if you had to, like, if I gave you, a choice, you have cargo pants or a fanny pack, like if you had to carry stuff, cargo pants are probably still more fashionable.
Well, I don't know if you're aware, but I'm a pretty strong advocate for the fanny pack.
Oh, I'm not aware.
My thinking is the fanny pack is, aside from being socially unacceptable, it's really quite flawless.
I suppose so. I mean,
this is a show about everyday items, right? Maybe we should do an episode on the fanny pack, but it's distributing the weight exactly where it should be.
At your waist.
At your waist.
Yeah.
The pocket can be as large or as small as you want it to be, and it holds your belongings at a convenient location.
Right. It's easy to get there. Your hands are kind of naturally at that height.
Right.
Sort of. And with cargo pants, it's like you've got all that heavy stuff in your pockets and it's swinging around.
I remember in let's see, when was I wearing cargo pants? High school, maybe?
I think it was last Thursday.
Middle school. Yeah.
You got them on?
2017.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I probably still have a pair somewhere.
Oh, yeah. We all do.
Just in case.
Everyone listening right now is like, oh, yeah, in that drawer.
Yeah, I got that pair. Because everyone's hoping in the back of their mind that there's going to be a comeback.
We're all holding out hope.
And cargo pants are going to be in. And that pair in your drawers are going to be extremely valuable.
That's right. They're like a vintage.
Right. But I remember putting like my wallet, my phone if I had one at the time. Smartphones and cargo pants only overlap so much.
Like ships passing in the night. just a brief encounter.
Keys, pencils, all your little knickknacks. I'd have them. You'd have to distribute the weight evenly.
The early 2000s were really about knickknacks. A lot of knickknacks.
Your left and right, cargo pocket. Otherwise, you could, essentially be
off balance,
pulling your weight to the left.
Right.
Yeah. And I often found that cargo pants were good for carrying a girl's belongings if you were going to, say, a concert together.
Right.
And she couldn't carry her...
Because her pockets are too small.
Whatever, lip gloss? Yeah, put it in my cargo pocket.
I've got plenty of room. Is that how they advertise them?
I was a real ladies' man. Put it in my cargo
Your
pocket.
lip balm there? Put it in my cargo pocket.
Let me know when you need it. I can take it out at any time. All right, on my list of complaints, I use this train of logic a lot. The fact that pants are often too tight or too loose, and you need to facilitate that problem with a belt. My logic is that the belt is a Band-Aid for an innovation that's lacking in pants.
That sounds right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, the belt makes up for the pants not fitting, but the pants should fit.
Right. It's a pants deficiency that requires the belt.
Right. The belt is a Band-Aid to a bigger issue.
Can I get that on a bumper sticker?
I said that they're not adaptable to the environment in terms of comfort and fashion. That's kind of along the lines of what you said. I know that there are, like, convertible shorts, but...
Kind of like the cargo pant. We're just waiting for that to come back around.
I don't know if those were ever
the zip-offs. I
cool.
had them.
Yeah. I said that they can rip pretty easily, and I said that zippers are dangerous.
That's true.
To men.
Yes.
Specifically. So with that, let's get to innovative news. What did you find? I'm really excited for this. For some new age cool Kickstarters for pants.
Yeah. I had sort of a similar experience to you did with Wikipedia, where I was like, let's go to Kickstarter. And then I was like, pants. Like that's not a thing that anyone else searches in Kickstarter for. Right. But to my disbelief, there are some Kickstarters for pants. I was interested first in like, are smart pants a thing? Like, is there some technology in there? I found the Naughty X yoga pants, so not really a replacement for your everyday pants, but these do have built-in accelerometers and vibration motors in the yoga pants.
Okay.
And it's supposed to give you like real-time feedback of how your yoga is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I think that's a cool idea, and maybe we can somehow incorporate that into a more regular pant. Because I said, I don't think we can wear these to work.
Not men, at least.
Right. So, that's unfortunate. They're still $45,000 short of their $50,000 goal. So if that's something you want, I'd go out and support them. Number 2 here, they just call this the best hot weather pants, which I guess I kind of like the name of. It's sort of a travel pant. It's like moisture wicking fabric. It's got security pockets. I think they're just kind of hidden. Adjustable leg hems, which sounds pretty good. Something they're calling a seat gusset. I'm assuming now is similar to a cod piece, but I'm not sure.
Wait, so you don't know what the seat gusset is?
I looked, and it was just something about like having extra seam, like, or more fabric, I think, between the legs to kind of give you increased leg flexibility. I'm currently demonstrating, I'm like doing a split over here to show Jason what that means.
Yes. Thank you for that visual.
Yeah. And they were wildly successful. And they retail for about
I have a question on the episode of pants. Why didn't you wear any pants?
He is lying. Or is he? You won't know. Number 3 here. This is the Dress Slacks Lookalike Sweat Pant. So it's what it sounds like. This is for the people who have to wear dress pants but want to kind of wear sweatpants to work.
These are like pajama jeans.
Similar. Yes, same idea. They look like, in this case, dress pants, but they're made of like a sweatpant material. I like what they're going for here. And while they look comfy, I don't think they really pass as dress pants. So kind of a swing and a miss, but I like what they're doing.
I think I've seen those before, and I debated it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think you'd be okay with it in like a meeting, but I'm not sure it's a full substitute for the dress pant.
I wear a couple of pairs of dress pants that are sort of like a sport material. Yeah. Like a nylon or a polyester. So they're extremely light, but looking at them from a couple feet away, they look like they could be, wool.
Yeah, I think they've started making sort of advances in that because dress pants are a lot more comfortable than they used to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the last one here, the ubiquitous drum pants. Okay. The world's first industrial quality wearable musical instrument.
All right, I like the sound of this.
Yeah, I feel like this is right up your alley.
I'm a bit of a drummer. I drum on everything.
Yes.
I drum on the car and the steering wheel, at my desk at work. I drive people crazy. So
this consists of an assembly of electronics that you attach to the inside of your trousers using ultra-thin Velcro. Okay, and then it creates these spots, I think on your thighs, that are now hooked up to drum kit noises. And you have I think you have a speaker that you can wear on your belt or put in your fanny pack, as it were. And you basically, if you're sitting down, now you have at least like a 4.
Can you plug headphones into them?
I think into the little receiver box or whatever it is, you can plug headphones in.
What's the price point on these?
I'm not sure I have it up. I'll have to look back at that. Is that something you're interested in?
A little bit.
Can you imagine just sitting there and being like...
Sitting there, right. But in your head, it's like you got a full 10-piece drum kit.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. If they're really as thin as they say they are, I wouldn't hate that. And that's what's new in innovative pants.
Another sentence that's never been spoken before.
It's like, back to you, Jason, with the weather.
All right. This is where we get into our ideas. That just might work. I'll go first. I just want to get this out of the way. I'm not really confident in my idea like I am sometimes. I feel like we've done all the easy inventions already, even though we're only 21 episodes in.
Yeah. I mean, we both said pants they're pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So everything we come up with here is, a stretch.
I like pants.
Another great quote.
I'm going to call these my pants.
Okay, my pants.
One word.
Okay.
My pants. And I'm taking a couple of ideas. It's funny because when you talked about the pair of pants that were like the ultimate hot weather pants,
Yeah.
that kind of sounds like my pants.
Not the ones you're wearing now, but your idea that you're talking about, right?
Right. These are convertible. Let me preface this by saying convertible pants are not cool. And the reason is that you need to unzip your pant legs.
Yeah, there's a visible zipper at the knee. It's
Right.
Yeah.
You can see the crease.
Yep.
What do you do with the pant leg?
That is always the tough question. You put them on your arms. What do you do with those?
That's not a bad idea. They could attach to a jacket. These pants would be height adjustable, all the way to the to shorts length, and they can raise or lower out of an upper half of themselves. So if you want to go to short shorts, say you press a button on your waistband, and the pants will retract into themselves.
Oh, that would be cool to like see happen. Right?
I couldn't fix the fact that it wouldn't look cool happening, but once it's done,
Would it work kind of like transitions glasses, where you walk outside on a hot day and your pants just like slowly
yes,
up
these
your
are
thighs?
temperature sensing,
Oh,
self-retracting
you just added that, but I love it.
long trousers. And they can also get longer. You know, if you're wearing a sneaker, a high top sneaker, and then you switch to a dress shoe, and you need a little bit more length.
So you can really fine tune the length.
Right. So I like that. These are going to. I realized I had to pick a fabric and a look.
Right.
Right. And I kind of thought that the place where pants meet in the middle, from casual to dress, is somewhere near khakis.
Yeah, I think that's right.
But I'm going with more of a breathable, water-resistant poly-nylon material.
Okay, something like sporty-ish.
Something sporty-ish, much like some of these modern-day athletic dress pants.
Okay.
They're going to have built-in air movement channels to help with airflow. Sort of like some higher-end ski jackets will have. Where there's sort of air passages that
Like
allow
vents.
Yeah. So you'll have vents up high; they won't be visible, and then the air can exhaust out the legs of my pants.
The exhaust of the pants.
They resemble khakis. I said that. Lots of pockets.
Okay.
I want a lot of pockets. I want some interior pockets.
How do you access them?
I don't know.
Or is it more like, I'm going to a concert, I want to put this like money away on an interior pocket. I won't be taking it out, I just want to have it on me. That sort of thing.
Sure. Or maybe through like a false pocket.
Oh.
There's a pocket you put your hand through. It goes into a series of interior pockets.
There's a combination lock.
You're going to have to try to not look like you're playing some pocket pool or something, but reaching around for your interior pockets. And lastly, my pants have a built-in real-time adjustable belt that holds a constant elasticity as your stomach expands during big meals.
Oh, that's nice. Because having to adjust the belt after a meal is...
Right, so you're going to set the tension. How tight do you want your pants? And it's going to withstand that, whether you gain 5 pounds, lose 5 pounds,
Okay.
you're tucking a shirt in, whatever.
It's got some of that elastic memory you hear about in science articles.
Right, no belt.
All right. Makes going through an airport even easier. No belt. Although the hidden security pockets might not help that situation, actually.
Just make sure you take everything out of
Right.
the hidden security pockets.
Of course, yeah.
That's my pants.
I like the name. I like the idea. I definitely like the adjustable pants shorts combo. We're both kind of trying, at least in that feature, trying to solve the like temperature problem with pants.
Right.
Because they're very like one track. Like you put them on and you just better hope that you don't experience temperatures too far out of the norm.
I kind of envision for like a TV promotion, somebody's walking and they say, "Hey, look at those pants," and the guy next to him says, "Those pants, those are my pants."
Nice. All right. As the resident expert on Kickstarter videos, I would say that would be successful.
Right. I said, my pants.
It's better than being like, I searched the markets and couldn't find anything to satisfy my needs, which is what I hear in every Kickstarter video ever. Okay, on to my idea. It's kind of a single idea. It doesn't have multiple features. It's one thing. Okay. And I did also want to solve the problem of temperature regulation. Stick with me here because it gets a little complicated in the details. So what I wanted is pants that are breathable, like air will go through them when you want air to go through them, and then not breathable when you don't want air to go through them. So if it's cold outside, I don't want any wind getting through, but if it's hot, I would like that nice breeze. Okay?
Okay.
So the science isn't quite there yet for magically changing fabric breathability.
So
but
you added a window.
there's just holes through the whole thing now. So what I have inside these jeans, between layers of denim, is a thin, almost imperceptible plastic lining that can be inflated ever so slightly to create an air buffer throughout the leg. Okay? So when it's fully collapsed and uninflated, you've got pretty good like air to skin contact. I feel like you're having trouble taking this seriously.
You lost me at inflatable pants.
Well, get back on track, okay? We got this. I'm pitching this. All right. So the beauty is, once they're inflated, air is not a good conductor of heat. So if it's cold out, you've got this buffer of kind of like warm air around your legs, and it's going to keep you warm. Now, the question I think people are probably asking is, well, how am I inflating them, right? At the ankle opening, what you might call the exhaust, at the ankle opening, there's a small tube.
This is like the airplane life vest.
Yeah, so you don't have to blow into a tube.
In an emergency, just pull the cord.
Yeah. If it gets really cold fast, pull the ripcord. No, so this tube
is there a whistle and a light on them?
Of course. At the leg opening, attaches to a shoe insert. Okay. So you've got this plastic tubing that attaches to a shoe insert you can put in any shoe. And when you want, you switch a valve on the ankle tube. And now every step you take is going to push air up that tube into the pants, inflating the pants. Okay? And so you're only going to do that when you're going outside and it's going to be cold. And then when you come back inside, turn the valve, deflate the pants. That'll be our motto. Deflate the pants. I'm calling them, if you will, parachute pants. I think you get the idea there.
Parachute pants.
Like almost parachute pants, but parachute pants.
Because it has like a touch of like a quadriplegic would use them.
It does, and maybe that's a market I should tap into. I hadn't
with
thought.
the para.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay,
right.
I just wasn't sure why they would need inflatable pants, but maybe I was missing something.
I like the idea of them inflating from the walking motion from the shoe.
Yes,
I'm surprised you didn't, because that was kind of clever. I'm surprised you didn't just go with your steps generate airflow in your pants.
I mean, I think that's okay, but depending on where that air is coming from, like in the winter, I think you still might be kind of running cold air through. So I need to fill it up, let your body heat kind of warm the air, and keep it there.
I have a suggestion for your idea. What about like some sort of a solution? I can't think of one in particular that changes like viscosity with temperature.
Okay.
Something so that when you go outside and it's cold, it hardens and solidifies a layer in the pants. But when you go inside and it's warm, it kind of all falls to the bottom.
It pools to the ankles. You end up with like water ankle.
It's mercury.
Oh. Yeah. You're proposing mercury pants.
Right.
All right.
They're out of this world.
Oh, got a tagline and everything.
All right, moving on. Has someone died using it? Pants edition.
I mean, mercury pants, yes. Yeah, definitely.
You would think so. The score is half to half.
Yep.
Half a point to half a point. First to 5 will win round 2 of Has Someone Died Using It? It's Jesse's turn to guess, have they died? And to get the second half of the point, he would need to guess how they did it.
Yeah. This, I would say, falls into the hard category as far as deciphering, the answer. I can't think right off the top of my head how someone would die by pants, if you will. I thought about, I've been burned by like the buttons before. You like take them out of the dryer, but it definitely not fatal. Like it hurts, but I'm still here.
How quickly out of the dryer are you putting on your pants?
Like right away. pretty quickly. So that wouldn't do it. I don't think the zipper could certainly cut you, as you alluded to earlier. I don't know if that's ever been fatal. There's one thing that I remembered, and I don't know where I'm remembering it from. It could have been TV, so I might be making this up. But I feel like there was a story about someone soaking, like wearing their pants and soaking in a hot water bath. Mm-hmm. The goal there was to try and like shrink the pants to better fit. Yeah. And they did that and ended up with like blood clots in their legs. Mm-hmm. And I guess, died as a result of the complications from the blood clots. So I thought about it, and that's the answer I'm going to go with. Yes, someone has died and blood clots from pants shrinkage. Another sentence no one has ever said.
All right. I'm going to tell you this right off the bat. That story that you referenced, according to Snopes.com, is false.
Oh.
That story has circulated on a number of different social media websites about a teenage girl, trying to get her jeans as tight as possible, so she wore them in the bathtub, waited for them to shrink fit, and they became so tight that she couldn't get out of them and died.
Oh, okay.
But that never happened.
I used to watch that, 1,000 Ways to Die on, Spike TV, was it?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where I heard that.
Okay. Did someone die?
No, it was basically that where they would, tell you these stories, and it was, true or false, I think.
Okay. You must have tuned out before they said it was false.
I didn't really care about the answer.
Now I'll tell you this. I did find instances of people killing each other with pants.
Wow.
By strangulation.
Okay.
I was looking for instances of strangulation. I didn't look up instances of pants catching on fire, but that wouldn't be the pants that killed them. And then I found this article. Zippers are the top cause of penile trauma in the U.S.
That makes sense.
And according to another article, 17,616 men went to the ER for zipper-related penis injuries between 2002 and 2010.
I guess this is just a PSA now.
That's
right?
thousands of guys a year.
Be careful.
Yeah, that's dangerous and embarrassing. I read of some pants risks. I read of a woman, this is a similar story, who was walking in a park when all of a sudden she lost feeling in her lower legs and collapsed. She noticed at first that she was having trouble lifting the front part of her feet. Then she tripped, fell to the ground, couldn't get back up. Actually spent hours dragging herself to a public place to flag down a taxi to take her to the hospital. Doctors deemed the cause of the incident as severe damage to muscle and nerve fibers as a result of skinny jeans.
Oh, too tight.
She'd been wearing skinny jeans the day prior and helping a friend move, I believe, and in doing a lot of physical activity. She was restricting a lot of blood flow.
Okay.
So there are some risks in pants. With that, I'll say that I couldn't, in several pages of Google search results and several different searches, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one to ever search freak pants accident on Google.
I've had a freak pants accident.
I could not find an instance of pants killing someone, which I doubt is true. I have to believe that since 10th century BC, someone has died by pants.
Yeah.
I just can't find it. So
Those are them's are the rules.
Yeah, so. You would have earned the point to say no.
All right. Yeah.
So no points.
So still half, or you don't get a point for that? Right?
No, it's still half a point to half a point.
All right. So pants, one of the safest items I think we've covered.
Yeah, I think so.
There were like maybe 3 items that,
I said it at the top of the episode. Pants, they're pretty good.
End the show. I really like that.
We could just cut that and put it at the end of the episode.
There you go. My pants, they're pretty good.
All right, so a couple of closing thoughts. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Jesse put a nice picture up of me setting up for this episode. It's at That Just Might Work on Facebook and Instagram, at TJMW Podcast on Twitter. If you have a moment, if you could rate and review us on iTunes, we could use a couple more reviews. Try to get the word out. Tell your friends. Listen to That Just Might Work. Or don't. And that'll do it for today's episode. Join us next week. You never know, we might be talking about your favorite everyday item.
Thanks for listening.